Live from the Acres Broadcast Center inside East Stadium, this is the Husker Athletic Director Show with Trev Alberts. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Slugfest in the Arena District. Serve goes to Lexi. Perfect pass set in the middle. Keelan Cabot! Kaboom! Woo-hoo! 10-9 Big Red.
Across the timeline, scoops the pass off to Tominaga, steps into a three. Bang! A ring! Around the rim and drops through for Tominaga once again.
And he's smiling, getting the crowd going. Everybody's on their feet.
Shelley leading a 3-on-2. No look over the head pass to Heidi. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jazz Shelley threw it over her head. No look pass to Heidi for the layup.
Set point chance for the Big Red. Set in the middle. Redkey off hands. And Keeling saved it. And then Batenhorse gets a rip. And it's in! It's in! Set point Big Red. I can't believe what I just saw. Keeling saved it. And then it was brought back in by Maddie. And Allie Batenhorse takes a big rip on a set from behind and hits the Wisconsin inlet. We're going to 5.
Get a barrier. Has her shot blocked out of bounds by Kendall Coley. Came from behind and swatted the layup and kept out of bounds.
Athletic Director Trev Alberts liked it. Standing right underneath the basket, clapping the applauding the defense of Kendall Coley.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody.
Well, happy Monday, everybody. December 20th, just 5 days away from Christmas. Hard to believe. I'm Jessica Coody in for Greg Sharpe tonight, as it is time for our monthly show with Athletic Director Trev Alberts. If you've got questions, you want to be a part of this show, 402-413-2400, as Trev will be here with us for the next hour. Well, what a weekend. What a whirlwind of a weekend, a crazy weekend, but pretty special to watch that volleyball team this weekend, huh?
It was, Jessica. First of all, welcome. This is great to do a show with you. And
I'm excited.
I'm glad Greg's out on vacation. Let's leave him out there for a while.
I think he's hiking the Grand Canyon, so.
No, we miss Greg, but no, it was just so much fun. To be honest, we're all dragging a little bit here, a little tired. But to watch those young ladies, the resiliency, the toughness, the grit, you know, they really stand for all the things that we want Husker athletics to be about, right? Team and discipline and focus and energy and effort. I thought John had, you know, of course I haven't been here for the entirety of his career, but had to be one of the best coaching jobs he's ever done in a season. I mean, when you think about all the different things that have happened with NIL and all of the challenges that coaches are dealing with, the transfer portal, in a COVID year and student athletes getting that extra year, and then all the freshmen, to be able to bring them together and have them peaking at just the right time was really, really remarkable. And I thought it was great for the Big Ten. You know, when you think about having both Wisconsin and Nebraska, volleyball in the Big Ten is so strong. And so it was a lot of fun, and certainly hurt for those young ladies in the locker room. There were a lot of tears, but, you know, they played like champions, and at the end of the day, that's what's really important.
A record crowd there inside the arena in Columbus, 18,755. And I talked to Coach Cook yesterday. He said a vast majority of those were Husker fans, too. But how special was the environment? And, again, to see this sport, for this women's sport, continue to grow year in and year out.
Well, first of all, the environment. So it was really cool watching Husker Nation and the fans take over. So they actually had a live MC or a DJ or something like that in the arena. And there were a couple times where he was trying to do his little bit, and Husker power just took over, and he just gave up. And he just had to walk away. And it was so really neat to see. But you really think about, you mentioned the growth of volleyball nationally, and you think about where this program was when Terry Pettit took over, and you think about John Cook and nationally and the ambassadorship that they have led. It's not just about Husker volleyball, but what they have, I think Nebraska volleyball helped build, you know, not entirely, but really helped build the popularity of volleyball nationally. And over 18,000 people. It was loud. It was a tremendous environment, and wonderful to see. And wonderful to see all the folks from Nebraska and around come support these young women.
You spoke at the PBA at the women's game yesterday when we welcomed back the volleyball team, and you said that Coach Cook's the best coach in the nation. I know you've watched from afar and you've seen what he's done, but, you know, being embedded in it this year, is there something you learned or maybe impressed you the most with Coach Cook?
Well, I mean, I think his adaptability. You know, I mean, so many times in coaching, I think you can sort of get your philosophy, or this is what you believe in, this is what we've always done. And what I love about John is he's always adapting. You know, there's a book called Change or Die. And that's the reality of where we are in athletics today. And you have to have the personal security to try new things and be open-minded. And, you know, student athletes that are coming to Coach Cook today are a lot different than they were 10 years ago. So it's not on the student athletes to change, it's on coaches to change. So just watching his ability to communicate, his leadership. You know, I remember, I think it was the first volleyball game I got to go to. I don't think it was an exhibition, red, white. And I said we had the best fans in volleyball. We had the best volleyball players. We had the best coach in volleyball. Let's go chase another national championship. And it was just fascinating to watch that team and watch John. And, you know, and look at Lexi's son and the selflessness that she showed to be a great teammate. I mean, that team chose to be great and chose to care and love each other and be all in for each other. And it just, that doesn't happen by happenstance. And, of course, I know John would give the other coaches credit as well. But that takes leadership and genuine, authentic leadership, and that's what John provided. And we're really privileged to have him as our coach, and we can all learn from him. We're all learning together, and proud to get to work alongside him.
82-18 as the Huskers head coach in the postseason. I mean, that's just incredible.
Yeah, that's a record we'll take. You know, I mean,
all right.
Why we can't be 83 and whatever that number was, but no, you know, John is. John holds himself accountable. He holds his coaches accountable. They have clearly defined roles. The players understand what their role is. They're held accountable to it. You know, John can be challenging on the students as well. And but at the end of the day, I know that those young ladies know that he loves them and that he's pushing them and he's trying to extract out of them the very best that they have. And more often than not, he's capable of doing it. But I also want to say, I'm sorry, this is a long answer. Husker Nation and our fans deserve an awful lot of credit for this, too, because the environment that's created in the Devaney Center is really important in terms of recruiting. There's not a lot of places nationally that have that kind of crowd, that consistent support. And so, you know, the talent acquisition piece is really important. While Coach Cook is certainly important to that, the fans have a lot to do with that. And so I want to thank them as well.
Yeah, Nicklin Hames said that. She said, we would not be here without the support of our fans. I mean, they absolutely appreciate the support that they get, and it really is. I've talked to so many female student athletes that say you don't find it everywhere. A Final Four in Omaha in 2022, and there's a lot of these key players coming back next year. You getting your tickets now?
I certainly would if I could, but no, I think that's it's a real motivator for John and for our team and for our fans. You know, Omaha does a great job of hosting, and but the other thing that's been really apparent to me is the number of schools, particularly in the Big Ten, but even nationally, who have really invested in volleyball. You know, the level of competition is just incredible across the Big Ten, and it's only getting better. So what a great opportunity for us. We've got a lot of young talent, and we've got a lot of talent coming in, but a great opportunity for us to hopefully have a great year next year and get to Omaha. But right now, we just need to pause and reflect and just really lift up and honor those young ladies who invested so much. I watched them work, and I'm telling you, you know, I think the average fan understands a little bit of what goes into it. I don't think they can possibly understand just the level of sacrifice that these ladies put into being a great volleyball player. And by the way, they also happen to be great students. You know, Kaylee Caffey, you know, she got her master's degree, you know, while playing. And Kenzie Knuckle. So just tremendous young women, great students, great in the community, and really the epitome of the type of program that Husker Nation can help produce.
And Ani Evans won the Elite 90 award, a very prestigious award at the Final Four. So, yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on and on with those ladies. It had to be cool to be able to give them their rings in front of the crowd at PBA on Sunday.
It really was, and it was great that Chancellor Ronnie Green and President Ted Carter could be there as well. I mean, like I said, this is a real source of pride for our university across the board. These are student athletes at the highest level. And, you know, when we did the Nebraska Hall of Fame here this past summer, it's really remarkable what this athletic department, our volleyball program, the type of young people it has the capacity of producing. And we did it again this year with the type of student athletes that John recruited, and they came very close. I think that second set, that was the one. If we'd have won that, we would have been champions. But just so proud of their fight, resiliency, and we love them.
Let's stick with women's sports, shall we? An 11-0 women's basketball team. What a start. They are so fun to watch. If you haven't been out to PBA, I know you've been out there several times. How much have you enjoyed watching the start that Amy Williams' crew is out to?
Well, I just love the way they play as well. You know, they share the basketball. They're tough. You know, they rebound. They play defense. I am a little worried, though. You know, Amy gets a little fired up on the sideline, and one day, you know, she slammed her foot on the ground, and she's going to break one of those heels at some point. Somebody's going to get hurt. But no, I love her passion. You know, she clearly cares. I love the fact that, you know, the entire almost bench plays. They all have a role. It's pretty obvious that they really care about each other. You know, Amy's had a very specific message to her team. I had a chance to meet with them before the start of the season, and you could just tell that this is a unified group. And they're gonna run into some tougher games. But you know, Drake is a very good basketball team, and they've beaten us plenty of times. So the way they played is really impressive, and yeah, really proud of them as well. The other thing that I thought was really cool is when you, and I understand we had some of the fans that came to honor the volleyball team, but you looked at the number of people that came to Pinnacle Bank Arena to honor two of our women's programs. Really, really remarkable, the support of women's athletics that our fans show. And I think it's not usual nationally, and I think it really is a separator for us in our athletic department. So really appreciate that as well. And I know John has a lot of respect for Amy and vice versa. Of course, there's probably several of those athletes that could be playing both sports if they wanted to. And they often have to pick when they're younger, but really proud of Coach Williams and her staff.
Yeah, and when you addressed the crowd, you said that about, you know, thank you for supporting our women's sports. And as a leader of this program, how important is it for you to kind of put the emphasis as much on the women's sports and the programs, and as it is just football and men's basketball, and it's just across the board, all sports here? Well,
listen, we're not naive to the realities of revenue generation and you know, the programs that are really magnified, and the importance of being competitive and winning in those. But at the end of the day, you know, this is an athletic department that strives to just win, period. I mean, competitive excellence has to be an undercurrent of everything that we do. And it's not just competitive, you know, on the court or on the field or in the pool. It's in the classroom. It's in the community. I mean, this is a university that's interested in winning at the total student-athlete experience. And we want to acquire student-athletes that have the similar vision. And so we need to really celebrate and lift up. There's a lot that programs can learn. You know, from our volleyball program and women's basketball program. So just really proud of them, and looking forward to seeing women's basketball continue to play well and grow throughout the rest of the season.
All right, we're going to step aside for our first break here with Trev Alberts. So when we get back, he's got a couple of big announcements regarding football and season ticket holders, all of that, so you'll want to stick around. Get involved with the show, 402-413-2400. I do see the texts rolling in. We will get to those as well. The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations, simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com.
Experience the difference and shop Woodhouse Nissan first. We have the car, truck, or SUV that meets all of your needs. Discover the all-new 2022 Nissan lineup during the Nissan year-end sales event. The Frontier, Pathfinder, and Armada are equipped with features that will exceed your expectations. Shop with confidence from our 2 convenient Woodhouse Nissan locations in Bellevue or West Omaha. We make it easy to shop, finance, and purchase in person or online anytime.
What's better than Huskers basketball? A Husker basketball VIP package. Enter for a chance to win 4 tickets to a game, hospitality access with food, a signed basketball, and the chance to hang courtside during warm-up, all courtesy of Nomi Health, your convenient COVID-19 testing partner. So, get tested and help stop the COVID spread and enter to score a Husker basketball VIP package. Slam dunk, indeed. To enter, visit huskers.com/Nomi, huskers.com/NOMI.
Tailgating pros agree that Lucille's Famous Fried Chicken and More at Sapp Brothers scores big with Husker fans. Be the MVP of your tailgate party this year and let Lucille's do the cooking. Stop by Sapp Brothers Travel Center or visit www.sappbros.net to find out how you can elevate your tailgate party with Lucille's Famous Fried Chicken, celebrating 50 years of fueling America's heartland and welcoming guests. Sap Brothers is proud to be an official sponsor of Husker Athletics.
Pivot control has never been easier. T&L Irrigation now offers a new control panel called Precision Point Touch. It's a full-color 7-inch graphic touchscreen that's easy to use and gives you lots of great tools to make your irrigation faster and more efficient. Set up your pivots the way you want. You can update your older controls to the new Precision Point control panel too. Call your local T&L dealer or visit TLIRR.com. T&L Irrigation, like no other.
The name on the mailbox may say Smith, Myers, Baumgartner, or Johnson, but when you choose to plant with Rob Seco, it includes your name too, making you a stockholder in a company that's invested in you. With a simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, relationships that bring more to the table, the technology, traits, and genetics that take on local conditions, and people with the know-how to use it. At Rob Seco, the only stockholder we listen to is you.
Momentum. It's building at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln with game-changing work in precision agriculture, nanoscience, and digital humanities. We're unlocking mysteries in brain research, solving the impossible with remote surgery using robots, and we're creating bold futures with world-leading research in early childhood education. We don't slow down, and we're not letting up. We are Nebraska.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates apply and may vary by carrier.
Hey, Nebraska fans, Jimmy John's in Omaha is currently looking for people to join their team with sandwich maker positions starting at $12 to $15 an hour, management positions with competitive pay and benefits, and delivery drivers earning up to $30 an hour with mileage and tips. Visit dkpmcorp.com and apply now. That's dkpmcorp.com. Come join the Jimmy John's team today. You can also visit any of the local independently owned and operated Jimmy John's franchises to learn more.
Here we go again. The celebrating, the accolades. Ever since we added Marco to our team, our technology can't lose. Day after day, success after success, Marco's made our business IT a force to be reckoned with. The only drawback of being technology all-stars is keeping champagne away from the electronics. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.
From sprains and stitches to sore throats and sinus infections, when it's care that can't wait, count on CHI Health Clinic Priority Care. Simply walk in 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll get the quality care you need without an appointment, and you'll never pay more than a regular primary care visit. Get in, get out, and get on with your day. Find a location near you at chihealth.com/prioritycare.
Score a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
You already got the hat, the jersey, maybe even the occasional red and white face paint. So kick things off right this season and add the FNBO Husker Visa debit card to the list. Pay loud and proud for every Husker decal, t-shirt, or hot dog at the game. Wear your heart on your sleeve and in your wallet with the Husker Visa debit card, free with any checking account from FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres, solution for every field. Continue our show with Trev Alberts here. He'll be with us till the top of the hour, 7 o'clock hour, and then Fred Hoiberg will be joining us for our weekly men's basketball show. Well, you have some big announcements for us, starting with you have a spring game date to announce tonight.
Yeah, we do. I wanted this to get out there as fast as we could. So April 9th is going to be the spring game this year. I know that's a little bit earlier than what we normally do, and we're going to pray for good weather. But we do have some challenges. We're trying to get the field turf replaced for next fall. And then, of course, we're always dealing with campus graduation. So there's kind of a tight window there. And so John Ingram and our facilities group in working with our football program kind of felt like April 9th was the date. So April 9th, mark your calendars. Look forward to the spring game where we'll get a chance to see Coach Whipple and the new offense and Coach Joseph and potentially some new players as well. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, ticket info, time, all of that, details to come, but at least just get it on your calendar. April 9th, it should be fun. You also are going to put out a football survey for season ticket holders. Every time you come on here, you are really invested in seeing what the fans have to say about their experience, and so I got to imagine this is really important to you to kind of hear the feedback from fans.
Yeah, so we've been working hard with our community group. We've talked a little bit about Memorial Stadium modernization plans and how can we make sure that the fan amenity, hospitality, fan experience at Memorial Stadium is appropriate not only this year, but as we look forward in 15, 20 years from now. And so the best and most important thing we can do is listen to our fans. And we're well aware of a lot of the challenges. I get a lot of fairly consistent feedback about South Stadium, and we've got a lot of work to do. To be totally honest with you, I think we're behind some of our peers, and we need to do a better job. But we are getting some help. We've got a company called CSL. They're in this space, and so we're actually going to be sending out, we've got a lot of help from the Alumni Association. We're really appreciative of that because we've got a database of 180,000 people that have experienced Memorial Stadium, either been a season ticket holder or a single game ticket holder. So we're going to be sending out that survey. We really need the fans to participate and want you to know that based on your answers, the survey will either move on quickly, or if it's an area of real interest for you, it'll really dive deep into some of those granular details of fan experience. And so we'll be sending that out, I think, early to mid-January. That might start getting out there. So we just really encourage Husker Nation to participate. Help us out with that as we look at finding a ways to meet the expectations of each of our fans.
Let's get to some text messages. This one's from Milo in Omaha. In July, before the football season, there was an email sent out to complete a survey on whether you'd prefer paper or digital football season ticket. The email said that regardless of your decision, you'd receive a souvenir season ticket in November, but have not received mine yet. I called the ticket office, and they told me that there wasn't a timeline, but you have an update on that, right?
I do, and apologize a little bit for the delay on that. We'd like to have gotten that ticket out a little bit earlier, but the tickets are being printed. They are actually being mailed from our printing partner. So I believe that once we get through, the Christmas season and New Year, I think you're going to start seeing those things arrive. So they are on their way. I wish they'd have been out a little bit sooner, but I can give the update that they will be coming out soon.
And another question for you. Do you see the Big Ten moving from 9 to 8 conference games in football, similar to the SEC, that would allow 4 non-conference games?
That's a great question. It's one that we've been debating as an athletic director group for quite some time. Obviously, this has some impact in several things that have previously been announced, like the alliance between the Big Ten and the ACC and the Pac-12 and how that gets handled. The reality is what we're really having to be patient about and wait on is college football expansion. And so obviously 4 teams now. Does it go to 8 teams? Does it go to 12 teams? What is the timeline? At the end of the day, we're sitting down as a conference and trying to understand, obviously we all need to protect 7 home games. We need to have 7 home games here. But how do we figure out what the best and highest priority in terms of access to the college football playoff? And so rather than being in a hurry and running forward and announcing going to 8 games, I think some are thinking that if it goes to 12, the SEC might actually go to 9 conference games. So what are the new rules? What are the parameters? What does strength of schedule mean? So we'll be thoughtful. We are having those conversations. I wouldn't be surprised if we stayed at 9. I also wouldn't be surprised if we went to 8. But then that'll impact the number of games we would play in the alliance, because all of us are trying to protect those home games. So we'll see where it goes. But a lot of this, I think, is going to be ultimately directed and dictated by what does access to a new and expanded college football playoff look like, and what is the year that would be activated.
And I had another texter asking about the 2020 schedule being finalized. Do you have a timetable on that at all?
We're working on that. That continues to come up often with the ADs and Commissioner Warren. I do believe we're getting closer, but some of the institutions have contracts, and the challenge is getting those contracts negotiated and moved. Until those non-conference contracts can get done with a couple of our sister institutions, the schedule can't be finalized. The good news is this: at some point it has to be finalized because we're going to get close enough where we have to play the game. So there'll be likely some change, and I would assume that in the not too distant future you'll hear about that as well.
All right, got a couple callers for you. Mike from Scottsbluff, appreciate you holding on. You are on the air.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call. Trev, here's my question for you. One of the greatest additions that I've seen as of late for the Huskers is Damian Jackson. And considering that he is a former Navy SEAL, amazing leadership. What I am wondering is that when I was young, the one that I looked up to was Boyd Effley for his strength training of the Huskers. And considering that the SEALs have extremely high strength and fitness standards, would there be any possibility in the future of bringing Damian Jackson on as a strength and fitness coach for the Huskers?
Well, thank you so much for the call, and what a wonderful question. I share your admiration in Damian Jackson. What an incredible young man. Just a pleasure to watch him work. It's really clear to me, if Damian has a desire, he's got a future in coaching. In fact, what's really interesting is, here's a name many of you have heard of, but Tony Samuel, my former position coach here at the University of Nebraska, actually reached out to me and said, hey, I'd like to get in touch with that Damian Jackson. He needs to get into coaching. So whether it's in strength coaching or whether it's just coaching leadership, authentic leadership of young men, he's got a future, and he'll have a lot of opportunities. And so he'll have to decide, but I certainly understand what you're thinking, and should he choose to go into that area, I think he'd be an outstanding strength conditioning coach, performance coach.
You've been able to develop some neat relationships with a few of those football guys, some of the ones that are going to the NFL, but Austin Allen, I know he was on the committee that, was the hiring committee for you, and I know you've had a lot of conversations with him and Damian Daniels. How neat was that to kind of get to know those guys better? I know you're proud of the way they've represented the Huskers. They're
just incredible young men, and the reality is the more I talk to them, like I spent time with Adrian Martinez and JoJo Doman and Ben Stilley, and I think these young men are so much more mature than I was at their age. I mean, it's really remarkable, and their futures are so bright. They're going to go and they'll play in the NFL, and I wish them long, happy, healthy careers. The reality is they're going to be twice as successful once they're done playing football. They're smart, they're tough, they're thoughtful. A guy like Austin Allen, there's very few people that come through like him. He's got an opportunity not only of being a great NFL tight end, but of doing some amazing things off the field when he's done. I just love talking to him and living vicariously through them.
Dorothy Lynch home style, light and lean dressing, endless flavorabilities. Now, Carla also on the line for you. Carla, how's it going tonight?
Hi, very well. And yourselves?
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Well, you're very welcome. I enjoy your show. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to Trev for serving as the AD and all the sacrifices that your family will be making for you to do that. Be that AD. I do appreciate that very, very much.
Thank you, Carla.
What I'd like to ask you about is, at yesterday's women's basketball game, I observed a physically or medically challenged individual have to maneuver down 20-plus steps to get to their third-row seats. They weren't able to come in on the main floor to just go up 3 steps. And it was very, very sad to watch. And they had come way early. He had assistance. What can we do to avoid this difficulty for the fan and other fans like them? And full disclosure, I'm one of those that would need some assistance. I walk with a cane. I come down, go up the escalator, elevator to the concourse, come around, which is fine. But going down all those steps to get down to, for me, which would be the 11th or 12th row, is very, very difficult. And we come way early to do that. Is there anything we can do to come back in on the main floor and make it much easier going up than coming down all those rows?
Well, Carla, thank you for your call and thank you for your question. And first of all, I'm sorry and I apologize that we've made it inconvenient for you. We are working, and there's some obvious reasons why we're doing what we're doing in terms of safety precautions and others. But
right.
But there has to be some additional thinking and willingness to try to create some way to support individuals with needs like you're suggesting. And so we'll keep working with our team, and I appreciate the feedback. Let me continue putting in the effort with our team to see if we can't create some more palatable solutions for folks like you, because the most important thing is we love it when you come. We love it when you support our young folks, and we need to do our best to allow you to continue doing that. So we'll keep working on it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a happy holiday to you and your family.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Thanks.
Let's get to
Thank
one
you.
more
Bye-bye.
caller here. We have a Gus from Lincoln. Hey, Gus, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Good. Well, hey, I just have a question for Trev, and I don't know how involved you get with assistant coaching hires on the volleyball arena, but obviously Tyler is leaving us again. And years ago, Bill Byrne let Terry Pettit hire John Cook away from Wisconsin. And you probably know where I'm going with this. I think we need to free up some money, and we need to get Danny Buckman here, work under John for a couple of years, and keep this baby rolling. So just want to throw that out there.
Well, thank you. And I don't get real involved in the assistant coaching hires other than occasionally having conversations. I will tell you that John and I have already spoken about this. We met this morning, and I've had several conversations through the day, not specific to Danny, I'm sorry. I've got a lot of respect for Danny. Actually, our daughter played volleyball at Clemson, and so we'd go down and watch. I watched Danny come into Louisville as a young coach and build that program, and you could just see them every year. You know, what I love about her, she coaches with an edge, and she recruits players with an edge, and I think that's part of what competitive excellence looks like. So my job is to support John. You made a great point. Terry Pettit, you sort of got this thing rolling, and what's remarkable to me is to watch how volleyball's incrementally just gotten better every year. I trust John. My job is to provide the resources and support necessary to fulfill his vision. The reality is Danny is probably a little bit past an assistant role at this point. She's a national coach of the year, and so I'm not sure that she would be interested in that role, but I'm really relying on John to help guide and direct. He's doing it, and we'll support him. But I share in your excitement and enthusiasm over Danny and what she's accomplished, and also quote, concern in the sense that a great coach like Tyler got an opportunity. That's the hard part when you build a program like this. Every other program wants to have what Nebraska has. Look at all the head coaches across college volleyball, and how many of them are tied to the Nebraska tree, to John Cook or Terry Pettit. I benefited from it when I was the AD in Omaha. Terry Pettit and John Cook helped me in finding that coach. So they have such respect nationally in their ability to identify coaching talent. I have 100% confidence in John Cook to make the right decision on who replaces Tyler, and I know he'll do that.
Yeah, the coaching tree, his coaching tree is certainly impressive, and he's got some other young assistants on his staff that I know he's very, very excited about as well. All right, appreciate the calls, and we have to take another quick break here. The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first, 18 brands, 16 convenient locations, simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com.
The game isn't just about winning or losing. It's about the snacks they share after they've used up all their energy in the field. It's the early morning practice before school and staying late after to get a couple more kicks in. It's the pride they feel for their team and the determination to always keep improving. Sure, the game isn't always about winning or losing, but when they've won the big game and celebration is in full swing, there's only one thing left for you to do. Get them home safe. Buckle up in back. Paid for by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
At Subaru, they love building vehicles for those who pack a lot into life. The redesigned 2021 Crosstrek is their way of saying more power to you. An upgrade in horsepower means you have a world of fun and adventure waiting for you. And the Crosstrek comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Visit DeTow Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at DeTowSubaru.com. Upgraded horsepower available on select models.
Finally, it's time to tailgate, to find your spot in a sea of red, to get together with family and fans, and to share what makes Husker football season the best. This season, share Valentino's Tailgater tradition with their Big Red Double Jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.99 each. Order yours at Valentinos.com. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Valentino's, the official pizza of the Huskers. Go Big Red.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
From sprains and stitches to sore throats and sinus infections. When it's care that can't wait, count on CHI Health Clinic Priority Care. Simply walk in 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll get the quality care you need without an appointment. And you'll never pay more than a regular primary care visit. Get in, get out, and get on with your day. Find a location near you at chihealth.com/priority care.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
If you're doing business in Nebraska, the best way to connect your organization with the excitement surrounding the Huskers is through a partnership with Nebraska Athletics. You can take your business to the next level by reaching loyal Husker fans through in-venue signage, digital and social media, radio advertising, and more. Join the Husker team today and email partners@huskers.com to learn more about opportunities to connect with Husker Nation. That's partners@huskers.com.
Find your sanctuary in a new Lincoln SUV from Woodhouse Lincoln during the Lincoln Wish List sales event. From the top safety-rated Corsair to the luxurious Lincoln Navigator, Woodhouse Lincoln can fulfill your wish this season. Get 0 down, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on qualifying vehicles. Shop our inventory in-store or online at woodhouselincoln.com. WAC TTL Extra. Offer valid on qualifying vehicles. Offer expires 1/2/2022. See dealer for details.
What's better than Huskers basketball? A Husker basketball VIP package. Enter for a chance to win 4 tickets to a game, hospitality access with food, a signed basketball, and the chance to hang courtside during warm-up, all courtesy of Nomi Health, your convenient COVID-19 testing partner. So, get tested and help stop the COVID spread and enter to score a Husker basketball VIP package. Slam dunk, indeed. To enter, visit huskers.com/Nomi, huskers.com/NOMI.
Here is a before winter to-do list from J-Tech Construction. Let's start with windows. Triple pane window technology has saved homeowners countless dollars on heating and cooling bills. Siding serves a crucially important purpose, protecting your home and insulating it from adverse weather conditions. And don't forget about your roof. Designing your roof should be simple and painless, and J-Tech offers several payment plan options. One more thing on your to-do list, call J-Tech Construction, the official exterior experts of the Huskers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. Nebraska's new collaborative biosecurity lab is leading research to safeguard America's food supply against growing threats in partnership with the U.S. Departments of Defense and Homeland Security. The lab brings together world-leading expertise in agriculture and a deep understanding of the complexities of strategic deterrence across the threat spectrum and in multiple domains.
This holiday season, give the gift of good taste with a gift card from Valentino's. During double discount days, double your discount from $5 to $10 free with a $50 gift card purchase. Valentino's handcrafted pizza has been a family favorite for generations. And now get a $10 gift card free with a $50 gift card purchase at Valentino's. A couple more segments here with Trev Alberts. And before we get to any more phone calls or texts, I did want to ask you about Marquita Armstead over the last week since you've been here, announcing of the new Senior Woman Administrator, Executive Associate Athletic Director. Tell us about that process, what you were looking for. I know you had kind of an open forum where employees could go kind of hear the candidates, but what were you looking for in this hire?
Well, first of all, this is a really important hire within the athletic department. So for those of you don't know, the Senior Women's Administrator is really a person at the executive level and a really important role model to especially our female student athletes, but also to the rest of the folks in our athletic department. And so it was really important to me that we have a good process in trying to identify the next leader. And we had a nice committee, Keith Zimmer and Dennis LeBlanc and others helped to lead that and really helped me. But I think having a broad group of folks on our campus and community helping us to identify, and then ultimately went out and went into the market, had a tremendous amount of interest. And ultimately, I think the group felt strongly that Marquita was the right person. This is going to be a challenging role, and she will be the sport administrator for volleyball and men's basketball. Those are two really important sports for us, so she'll be working in that area and then over all of the performance areas. So you think about NAPL, the investment there. You think about the investment we make in nutrition every year and strength and conditioning and athletic medicine and sports psychology. So, finding a way to bring all of those really important, I would call it performance areas in competitive excellence type ways, integrate those, will be a real challenge. I think she has the right temperament. I think she has the right experience. She's been the Senior Women's Administrator at South Florida. She's been a sport administrator for football. She's dealt with challenging and difficult times, but you got to have the right temperament and control, and I think she'll be just a great addition to our staff. Looking forward to seeing Marquita. And the nice thing is, Pat Logston was here 43 years. Those are huge shoes to fill. And so Pat's going to go on vacation. She thought she was going to be retired 6 months ago. I just keep making her stay. And
she's just trying to get to Hawaii.
She just wants to go to Hawaii. And so we're going to let her come back from Hawaii and then have Marquita come starting February 1st. And then Pat's going to help onboard her for 2-3 weeks. It's a big job. There's a lot to learn. And it was important to me that Pat was part of the process of identifying the next person. Pat's got a legacy around here, and I think it was important to her that we have the right person to step into her role.
Yeah, she's no doubt. You talk about being a mentor to women in this athletics department. I've heard it so many times since I've been here, just how monumental she's been in the careers of several women that are in this athletics department. So we're excited to work with Marquita, but glad Pat Logston will be here. At least we keep delaying it. Maybe she'll just stick around longer. We got another call for you. Richard in Lincoln. Richard, you are on the air.
Thank you. Trev, there's been conversation off and on about the need for a special teams coach to coordinate that activity, but we're bumping into a limit on the number of assistant coaches that we can have. Based upon your experience in the athletic world, could we say, for example, combine some duties of an assistant coach, like have Mickey Joseph do both wide receivers and tight ends, or some other combination, so we can have that special teams coordinator?
Yeah, that's a great question, Richard, and thank you for your call. I think that's the exact thing that Scott and our coaching staff is wrestling through right now. Everybody in our athletic department, and specifically in our football program, understands the importance of special teams and how important great special teams play is. I think the recent addition of a couple of kickers, scholarship kickers, I think sent a strong message at Scott and staff understand the importance of special teams. So, oftentimes the way the staff gets structured, the challenge is how do you find a way to have a dedicated coach in all those areas? I know what Coach Frost's plan is. I think it's a very good plan, and I think he'll be announcing that at some point here. I think he's got a little bit more work to do in a specific area, but I think in general, there's common sense and logic to his thinking, and I think the focus will be where it needs to be. But I understand the challenge based on how the staff gets structured. Charlie McBride, when he was the defensive coordinator, coached the interior linemen, and so there's some different things that you could do. But based on where we are today and what Scott's plan is for the future, I think it's a good one, and I think we'll be in good shape, Richard.
Boy, this hour has flown by. We have one more final segment with Trev, and then we got to step aside for a quick break. And we have at the 7 o'clock hour, we'll have Fred Hoiberg in studio. But one more break. We got a couple more questions I see on the text line. We will try to work in with Trev Alberts. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Isn't it about time to add a new piece of Husker gear to your closet? Check out the new 255 collection, inspired by the legendary coach Tom Osborne. With the mission to connect style with Nebraska pride, 255 was designed with the fan in mind. From Hastings to Lincoln, coach to statesman, leader to legend. Thomas William Osborne, it's all in the name. It's all in the numbers, 255 wins. This is TWO 55. Get yours today at shop.huskers.com or other participating retailers. For more information, visit huskers.com/255.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid minerals with protein or Redmond natural mineral salt for livestock or humans, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blahorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it is safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief, nutrition, or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Hey, Nebraska fans, Jimmy John's in Omaha is currently looking for people to join their team with sandwich maker positions starting at $12 to $15 an hour, management positions with competitive pay and benefits, and delivery drivers earning up to $30 an hour with mileage and tips. Visit dkpmcorp.com and apply now. That's dkpmcorp.com. Come join the Jimmy John's team today. You can also visit any of the local independently owned and operated Jimmy John's franchises to learn more.
It's Game On at Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont, featuring our winning combination of Buick SUVs and GMC trucks and SUVs. And as a GMC Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles for your business needs. For the convenient and easy way to shop for your next vehicle, just visit our Fremont location or check out our full inventory at SidDillonBuickGMC.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
We are professional grade.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres, solution for every field. Final few minutes here with Trev Alberts, and have a couple baseball questions for you. One of them about season tickets, when those will be going out.
Yeah, so I think the best thing that fans can do right now is go on to Huskers.com, and there's a season ticket wait list. And so ultimately what will happen here in late January, anybody on that list is going to be able to go on the Seat Yourself deal on the website. So that's coming. We're getting closer. But if you want to get on that, I would go to Huskers.com and get your name on the season ticket waiting list so that you'll have access to Seat Yourself soon.
And on the text line, Brian in Bellevue said he's thankful for your genuine leadership in the athletics department, and I had a question about Haymarket Park, when we might see some additional maintenance and maybe some renovations there.
Yeah, so this is obviously a collaboration with us and the folks over there. It's very true. You know, we need to help Rhonda. We need to help Will. There's some areas in player development that we're working on. We're working with them. Don't want to announce anything, but it's a beautiful park. It's wonderful. It's a great asset for our city. But I think it's a fair assessment that after 20 years, there's some areas that need some slight updates and upgrades. And so we're going to work hard to help Will and Rhonda get that done to support our students and the fan experience there as well. So that's in process. We're working on it, and we'll see when we can get that done as well.
I did want to ask you, we just had signing day. Do you remember your signing day? Was it a big to-do like what we're seeing these days?
No. Let's just put this in perspective. There weren't cell phones when I got signed. So, but no, I just remember how exciting it was, and to receive a scholarship, to get your school paid for to play a sport you loved was so remarkable to me. And for me, growing up in Northeast Iowa, to go to a place, you know, back in my area, the only game that was ever on TV was the Oklahoma-Nebraska game, and then maybe some bowl games. So everybody nationally knew about Nebraska. And I couldn't believe that I was getting to play at a place like Nebraska for a coach like Tom Osborne. So an incredible day, dreams come true, and then the real work begins.
Last a couple minutes for you. I had a question and I just forgot. I think I saw it on the text line, but I don't even remember it. Christmas shopping, you got all that done?
You know, I'm not a great Christmas shopper, I'll be honest with you. I have a tendency to write the check. And, no, I just, we're trying to win here, Jessica. We don't have time for shopping.
Well,
so.
I totally blanked. I was going to ask you in the last minute about graduation, because it was this weekend and we saw several student athletes walk across that stage and get that diploma. 26
Huskers graduated. I think it's one of the things that make our Husker fans so proud is that not only are they so appreciative of the effort that these young men and young women put in their area of sport competition, but they truly are student athletes. We talk about it all the time, but you know, a lot of people on our staff deserve a lot of credit. I give our coaches credit for recruiting the types of young men and young women that are going to do those types of things. But, you know, our APR scores, academic progress rates, our GSR, graduation success rates are at all-time highs. We're in the top third of the Big Ten all the time in all those, in graduation and GPAs. Really, really proud of those young people.
All right, I think we got almost all of it in. I might have missed a little bit, but first time at it. So appreciate you spending some time, and have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Nebraska 811 says, go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free, it's easy, it's the law. We're back with Fred Hoiberg and the Nebraska men's basketball show coming up in this next hour. He's right here.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Come visit us at Woodhouse Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and shop the 2021 Hyundai Tucson. Equipped with an impressive balance of style, smarts, and award-winning safety. Plus, benefit from Hyundai Owner Assurance with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, making your choice easy. Shop our selection in person or online at woodhousehyundai.com.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Hey, Husker fans, if you're looking for an exciting new career as part of your pandemic recovery, Iowa has over 75,000 job openings in industries such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, construction, IT, and ag. IowaWorks.gov has more information about job openings, earn while you learn apprenticeships, and exciting training and scholarship opportunities. Find your next great job in Iowa. They've got a solid game plan, a bright future, and want you on their team. www.iowaworks.gov.
Whew. Sometimes being an office printer feels like I'm competing in an Olympic sport. Thankfully, I have Marco's Managed Print Services on my team. Marco's game plan helps me make big plays while saving big bucks. And Marco's lightning fast tech support gets me back in the game fast. I'm up. Find out what your printers could be saying with Marco's Managed Print Services at marconet.com.
This is the Nebraska Men's Basketball Radio Show with head coach Fred Hoiberg. Sports Nightly is presented by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who reminds you to buckle up and put the phone down.
Down the floor, it comes to Webster. Nebraska down by 10 points, 6 minutes to go in the game. Webster coming to the right side, finds Wilcher, shoots the three on the way. Bang! A ring! C.J. Wilcher finally finds the bottom of the net. Bird starts right now left, leaves his feet, kicks to Mahan, shoots the three deep left corner. Got it! We got a tie game at 13. Lat Mahan sinks it. Back and forth we go. Here's Verge driving the ball. He's feeling it, puts it up, and in off the window. That is a Cornhusker high for Alonzo Verge Jr. with 27. And this is Verge, puts his head down, drives the ball along the baseline, the kick out. Bryce McGowens, three, got it. Nothing but nylon there for Bryce McGowens. Both teams with full court pressure. Verge defeats that, brings it across the line, hands it off to Wilcher. Coming to it is Tominaga. One arm pass to Verge, drives down the left lane line all the way to the goal, puts it up, got it. Huskers take the 2-point lead at 44-42. Verge with a dozen in the game.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres, solution for every field. I'm Jessica Coody with Fred Hoiberg for our weekly Nebraska men's basketball show. Well, Coach, another tough one, hard fought, but the guys came out with seemed like better energy and had a good start yesterday.
Yeah, we did, Jessica. I thought the guys out of the gate was about as good at 12 minutes as we played all year on both ends of the floor. We put in a lot of new wrinkles in the system and had about a week to get things cleaned up after the disappointing previous week with Michigan and Auburn. Got healthy as a group, had a couple still that had lingering issues for a couple days. And then started to implement the new system. Had three really hard competitive days of practice, and I thought what we had worked on really carried over early in that game. I thought we were really moving the ball, hit 5 of our first 10 three-pointers, and then we went ice cold, missed 18 in a row. A lot of that was shot selection. And today was all about going through. We had a very productive meeting in the film room, watched every one of those shots, and just can't continue to happen. So got one day tomorrow before our last game, before the break. Hopefully go out and play well. It's a good team. It's a team that had Creighton down double digits in the second half. Played a lot of very close competitive games, very athletic, and have guys that can make shots. So, it's going to be an important day tomorrow, preparing, putting in a game plan, and hopefully going out and executing that for the game on Wednesday.
How about the defensive effort by your guys yesterday? I mean, there were some kind of key hustle effort plays that really kind of was a catalyst to some good things that happened on the offensive end.
Well, I thought early it was really good, and really in both halves. We started out first 12 minutes, we were phenomenal, had a 10-point lead, and like I said, then we reverted back to what we had been doing and went in, made some adjustments at halftime, got off to a great start, took a lead after being down 6 at the break. Played really good basketball, and then again, unfortunately, really the thing that we started doing was turning the ball over. And they capitalized off our turnovers. We did not capitalize off theirs. We actually turned them over more than they turned us over. They had 19, we had 17, but they outscored us by 11 in points off turnovers. And that's been a theme of our team. When you look at the 4-game winning streak plus the North Carolina State game, which obviously was a game that we should have won and had every opportunity to win that, we were scoring in the paint. We were scoring over 40 points in the paint. We were scoring over 23 points off of turnovers and only giving up 7. And now that has flipped. We were turning the ball over too much in the streak that we are on right now, and teams are scoring almost 21 points off of our turnovers, and we're scoring 10.6 off of theirs. That's a huge discrepancy of where things were when we were playing our best stretch of basketball earlier on in the season. So just got to get back to ball security. We got to get back to making simple plays and got to get back to trusting each other on both ends of the floor.
Have you seen any rhyme or reason, or did you yesterday see any rhyme or reason as to why the shot selection maybe changed up a little bit? I mean, you mentioned the turnovers, but why they were taking good shots and then all of a sudden they weren't?
Yeah, it's just, we reverted back. That's what ended up happening. And when you looked at early on, Casey goes out and knocks down his first 2. Casey, I know this means nothing, but in the 3 days of practice we had leading up to that game, he was 14 for 18 from the 3-point line. When he hits his first couple shots, generally that means he's going to have a big night. Unfortunately, the ball stopped going in the hoop for him. We started taking some rush ones, some step back ones, shots where it's my job to get them out of the game if we take those shots. Moving forward, we take them out for some of them. I didn't take them out for all of them, and that's on me. That's my fault. For those shots continue to be taken, I've got to make a move. And again, getting into paint when we drove it in there to the rim, generally good things happen. The other thing is the step back contested mid-range shots, which we took. We were 1 for 13 in the mid-range. The only guy that made one was Casey on a nice rhythm. Ball hit the paint, sprayed out, and he hit a nice little pull-up. Other than that, shot selection was not good on our mids. So, again, what we had success with early in that game, that was a big message to our team. You have to continue on with what is making you successful. We didn't do that well enough.
You mentioned kind of some of the new wrinkles without, giving away a complete game plan. What are some of the things you're maybe looking to add? On the broadcast yesterday, they were talking about trying to get the ball through to Derek Walker and inside and through his hands a little bit more.
Yeah, we are. We do need to get Derek the ball more. Unfortunately, this offense was put in for Derek, and he had a knee injury the 2 days before the game, and he was not able to practice with us. So he got gassed. He got tired. Last night had some very uncharacteristic turnovers. Normally, Derek's very good with the ball in his hands, probably the third best playmaker on our team. But having a rim running presence, post presence early in the possession. We've been running a spread NBA style offense, which is really good for the right personnel. I just didn't think it was working the way it needed to. Early on, when we were going through our winning streak, we had some really good moments with it. But I just felt we needed to get more control, try to get Derek the ball more to put him, whether it's scoring the ball or get him in a playmaker role. And again, when the ball hits his hands over the course of the season, generally good things have happened, but too many turnovers last night.
Alonzo Verge, another big night for him, 21 points. Have you seen him kind of continue to progress? I know that it's kind of been a process getting him to be that distributor and be more of the point guard, but how have you kind of seen him continue to kind of progress for this team?
Yeah, and he'd be the first one to tell you he needs to do a better job of getting other guys involved, especially early, which I thought he did a solid job of that. And it just needs to continue over the course of the game. Alonzo, he's got such a scoring mentality. It's what his job has been in his 2 other stops before he got to Nebraska. He was really the shooting guard that came in and got baskets when they needed them. Now it's a complete flip of mentality as far as getting out there, getting in the paint, and spraying out, as opposed to getting in the paint and looking for his own. We need to do better there, but he's so talented. He's finishing much better at the rim. He can get in there with a really good high ball screen late. He got in, collapsed the defense, tried to finish over the top when he had shooters in both corners. But, Alonzo, when you look at the Michigan game, for example, he had to score. Nobody else could throw the ball in the hoop. So Alonzo had that scorer's role, and we had to get the ball in his hands, and he had to go in and score. And, there's going to be times where he has to do that and try and take over a game.
Nebraska 811 says, go dig red. Before you dig, always call or click 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free, it's easy, it's the law. Have you ever had a team that like this that, can shoot the ball but is just not shooting it well?
Well, and that's the thing, that I go back to. When you look at where things were with our team, the 2 barometers you have early in the season are your exhibition games. And I believe we hit 12 and 13 in those 2 games against Peru State and then against a very good Colorado team that was projected to be a top 5 team in the Pac-12 and in an NCAA tournament team. And we didn't hit much adversity, and shots were going in. And, now we're going through a stretch where we have hit adversity. The easy thing to do is to start pointing fingers and to start playing the blame game. Everybody's got to look in the mirror, including me. It starts with me. That's what I've done my entire career. It's why I was able to survive as a player at the highest level, because I always looked at myself first. I never, ever pointed a finger, blamed other people. It's what I've done as a coach my entire career. It's why we've had success. It's why we've gotten better as seasons have gone on. So, that's a big thing for our group, is looking ourselves in the mirror now that adversity has just flat out smacked us in the face. Early on, again, we did not face much of that, and got through some early adversity, played really good stretch of basketball. I think everybody, that's listening, that's a Nebraska fan, understands what happened in that NC State game. That would have been 5 in a row. That could have maybe changed the mojo of what happened. Indiana, I thought we really went out and competed and played a really complete game, especially defensively. We didn't make shots. We were 1 for 16. It was a 6-point game with 6 minutes left, and unfortunately that ball just didn't go through the hoop that night. But we competed. And then you have the 2 games, Auburn and Michigan, which were both embarrassing games. That being said, And not to make, this is the number one excuse, but we were not right physically. Every single guy but 3 had a viral infection, so whether it was the flu or a viral infection, and that affected us. I'd not seen that lack of energy and lack of competitiveness of our group. It made more sense after I saw that. And then you get the week to prepare. Kansas State, I thought we competed, but we got back and reverted back to poor shot selection. And now we got to put it all together. We get a great opportunity to come out on Wednesday. We get another week when we get back to prepare for Big Ten play, where we got Murderers Row starting this thing. I mean, we've got every team, I think, but Indiana made the tournament last year in the month of January to start out Big Ten. So got to get it right, got to keep competing. Trey, who I know we're going to hear from later, hopefully will rejoin this team in the middle of January. It'd be great to get him back on the floor. We miss, when things are going tough, you want your tough guys out there. When we're going through tough stretches, you lose Trey, you lose Wilhelm, 2 of our tougher guys, that can really help calm things down and make an effort play and get on the floor and guard. You're missing your best perimeter defender by far, one of the best in the league, the best in the country in Trey right now. So, all we can do is keep grinding, keep fighting, keep trying to do it together, and hopefully string together some wins.
Coach mentioned it coming up at the end of the show. We will hear from Trey McGowens, a check-in with him as he is getting closer to returning and going through that rehab process. 402-413-2400 if you have any questions or comments for Coach Hoiberg. That is our Sports Nightly hotline brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 16 convenient locations. Simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com.
When you choose Woodman Life, you choose a better life insurance company. Yes, Woodman Life is life insurance, but so much more. Woodman Life is here to protect your family's financial future and offer help when the going gets tough. And Woodman Life is honored to join you in the celebration of family, community, and country. Get to know Woodman Life at woodmanlife.org. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska. You always dreamed of owning your own farm. Now you're living your dream, and it's time to pick the tractor that makes it all come together. Massey Ferguson has reinvented what compact and utility tractors can be and redefined what they do, making them easier to operate, more comfortable to drive, more versatile than ever. Massey Ferguson gives Nebraska farmers the power and performance to win in the field. Manzer Equipment in Osmond, Nebraska, your full-time Massey Ferguson dealer, proud supporters of the Huskers and Nebraska farmers since 1975. Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. What is highbid.com? It's the online auction site for just about everything under the sun. Art and antiques, cars and coins, office equipment and furniture, toys and tools. You can find it all at highbid.com. Highbid.com gives you access to thousands of auctions across the USA and around the world. Browse the most popular auctions, search for the exact item you want, or just explore the site. Go to highbid.com. That's HIBID.com and find what you're looking for today.
This year, don't just get ready. Get holiday ready with Ford. And the best place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Whether you're getting out to the mall or getting off the grid, we've got a Ford SUV that's perfect for you. Or check out America's best-selling trucks, Ford F-Series. Inventory is arriving daily, so get the season started off right and get our best offers during the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your local Ford dealer. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance, all without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
This year, don't just get ready, get holiday ready with Ford. And the best place to start is at your local Ford dealer. Whether you're getting out to the mall or getting off the grid, we've got a Ford SUV that's perfect for you. Or check out America's best-selling trucks, Ford F-Series. Inventory is arriving daily, so get the season started off right and get our best offers during the Get Holiday Ready sales event at your local Ford dealer. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total sales.
Hey Husker fans, if you're looking for an exciting new career as part of your pandemic recovery, Iowa has over 75,000 job openings in industries such as healthcare, advanced manufacturing, construction, IT, and ag. IowaWorks.gov has more information about job openings, earn while you learn apprenticeships, and exciting training and scholarship opportunities. Find your next great job in Iowa. They've got a solid game plan, a bright future, and want you on their team. www.iowaworks.gov. Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
This year, fire off your holiday catering wish list of Famous Dave's. For smaller gatherings, get their legendary pit barbecue and famous sides to go. Fixing for a larger group? There's delivery and setup. Or go all out with full service, where Famous Dave's catering team handles all the details while you savor all the glory. While you're at it, get your mitts on a $10 reward card when you purchase a $50 gift card. Holiday catering and gifting by Famous Dave's. Because when there's smoke and fire, there's joyful and triumph. Located in Lincoln and Bellevue and Famous Dave's.
This season, share Valentino's tailgater tradition with the Big Red Double Jumbo deal and get 2 one-topping jumbo pizzas for only $17.99 each. Order yours online at valentinos.com. Valentino's, the official pizza of the Huskers. Welcome back to our Nebraska Men's Basketball Show with Fred Hoiberg. Got a couple callers on the line for you. We go to Tim in Minnesota. You're up first.
Hey, Coach and Jessica. I listened to the game last night. I'd been out of town, but was listening on the way back, and I felt bad for you guys about both times you lost some momentum. It kind of brought a question to my mind, and pardon me if this has been asked before, but how much could conditioning or struggle with that have led to, especially maybe the drop-offs in shooting, or I don't know, probably not so much the shot selections, but the drop-offs in shooting and some other things like that. But I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Tim. I don't think conditioning is an issue for our guys right now. I think it was a little bit for Derek just because he had not practiced the 2 prior days before, dealing with a little bit of a knee injury. So, for our other guys, listen, our guys are in there all the time. When I left the office to come over to the radio show, several of our guys were in there getting extra work, getting up their shots. We do plenty of running in practice. We do a lot of scrimmage situations. So, I don't think conditioning is an issue with our team. I'd probably put it, to be honest with you, Tim, more on confidence. And, obviously we need a game. Listen, I never in a million years would have thought shooting would have been the issue with our group. We're 321st in the nation in three-point shooting. That's out of 328 teams. So we need a game to see that ball go in the basket. It just does a world of good. And, as a guy that kind of made a living, I guess, shooting the basketball, you go through stretches where that basket looks like a little thimble up there. And you have other games where the thing looks like an ocean. And we just need to get ourselves in a position to get some rhythm. I thought we had it last night. You go out and you make 5 of your first 10. That generally leads to a really good shooting night. And when you get off to a hot start like that, it's very similar to free throw shooting. When you go out there and you miss a bunch early, that generally carries over, and it's a domino effect with the rest of your group. But, shooting, when you get off to a hot start, generally that carries over for the rest of the game. Unfortunately, that was not the case last night, as you start out 5 for 10, and then you missed 18 in a row to finish the game. But, as far as conditioning, I think our guys are in good shape for the most part. We just got to step up there with confidence and hopefully knock down some shots.
Thanks for the call, Tim. The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse Auto Family. Shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 16 convenient locations, simplified car buying to save you time. Shop, finance, and buy online at woodhouse.com. Now we go to Scott in Sioux City, I believe. Scott, you there?
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you. I watched the game last night, and in the second half, after we had gotten to know the lead a little bit, some of the threes started going up. I don't want to be mean, but, they weren't missed shots. They were bricks. And very flat trajectory. The bricks were all flat trajectory. Do you ever go back to 101 on shooting and get the guys just reset?
Yeah, thanks for the call, Scott. I do. It's something that I've always done with my players. And, when you look at our numbers historically, the teams I've been on, whether it was college or NBA, generally numbers have increased. This year, obviously, that has not been the case. But when you look at players they've come from different programs, had a couple NBA guys that really weren't three-point shooters that we worked with pretty much every day. To get them to a point where they were comfortable shooting the ball and had some shoot their all-time high in shooting percentage. For me, what I really like to do when a player is struggling is just go back to the basics. I do a lot of one-handed shooting. To your point, Scott, of flat trajectory, when you shoot with one hand, you're forced to finish high, and that's really what we encourage and work on when we shoot with one hand. And we'll make a series of shots all the way back to the three-point line with one hand, and then we incorporate the feet, the footwork. People see obviously the shot up top, but to me the footwork is the most important thing as far as getting your shot off quickly. Is shot prep and footwork into the shot. Balance is a huge thing for me, and you look at all the great shooters, all across the country, all across the world. The great shooters have perfect body position, head position when they shoot the basketball. So all those basics are what you have to go back to when you're struggling. And, the thing about it, you can work tirelessly in the gym, work, but you got to see that thing go through the hoop. Confidence, to me, as a shooter, is as important as anything. So you can work on the fundamentals, you can work on the basics, but you got to see that thing go through the hoop, Scott. And, if you can see it go through and help with the confidence, it's going to do you a world of good. And, we've had a couple guys that have had K-Say, the previous week, and then CJ, I think, was 4 of 7 in that Auburn game to see that go in. But again, to your point, Scott, there's no doubt about it. Our shot selection was not good. And, that's what led to a lot of those misses, bricks, as you said, is probably a good way to put it. So, just got to continue to work. Go back to the basics and continue to stress good shots, and hopefully that starts on Wednesday night.
Besides, just the confidence of believing that the shot is going in, overall, as this team, are they still confident bunch, believing, got a lot of energy in practice and whatnot?
We did. And again, the biggest thing today was pretty much the hour-long meeting that we had in the film room, and then watching, what led to the success that we had on the floor last night, and then what led to the dry spells that we had and the runs that the team went on. And again, a lot of that came with the shots that we were taking. And, for me, again, I put it on myself to make a change. If we continue to take those shots, we got to go to somebody else. And that was a big message that we had in that room today. As far as when we went out on the floor, nobody took anything personal. Everybody was very coachable today. It's what you want out of your group. And look, our guys care. They really do. I promise you that. They're in there tirelessly working. As a staff, we're working to try to get this thing right. And, hopefully, again, winning does such a world of good. It cures so many things, so many ills, and you just go out there and try to continue to work on the things that hopefully will make you a successful, consistent basketball team.
Yeah, there hasn't been a game that I've been there that more than one or two players aren't out there just putting up shots after the game. I mean, they want it so badly, and you keep feeling like when that lid comes off, boy, it could be really big for this team.
Well, I hope so. And again, you look at those early games, when we had that, and it was contagious. The guys were chest bumping and playing with the swagger and going out there, and the confidence was at an unbelievable high. And, it's just that it's infectious energy when that ball's going in. And when you have enough games, and we have a big enough sample size now, obviously, when that thing isn't going through, human nature, it affects you on the other end. I didn't think it affected our energy defensively. We had a couple breakdowns, but a lot of those were off turnovers that we didn't get back in transition last night. So, just, again, try to get that back. When that ball's going in, when you're playing with confidence, you can rule the world. If not, it's a hard game to play.
Got to step aside for another break. We got another segment here with Coach Hoiberg, and then we will hear from Trey McGowens. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
Welcome to Ag Answers, where we answer common questions related to farming and ranching. Today we're tackling the issue of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. GMOs may sound scary, but they're actually benefiting our environment and consumers. That's because GMO crops help solve specific problems like insects, food waste, and droughts. By selecting good traits from one plant or organism and adding them to another, farmers are safely using science to produce high-quality foods better than ever before. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm journalism student Grace Fitzgibbon with Campus News. Nebraska researchers are designing the next generation of roadside steel barriers through an industry partnership with Trafix Devices. This partnership has produced the Delta Crash Cushion, a simplistic, effective way to keep drivers safe on highways. This barrier is vital for roadside safety and significantly improves the chances motorists will be able to walk away from roadside collisions.
When you choose Woodman Life, you choose a better life insurance company. Yes, Woodman Life is life insurance, but so much more. Woodman Life is here to protect your family's financial future and offer help when the going gets tough. And Woodman Life is honored to join you in the celebration of family, community, and country. Get to know Woodman Life at woodmanlife.org. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society, Omaha, Nebraska.
What's better than Huskers basketball? A Husker basketball VIP package. Enter for a chance to win 4 tickets to a game, hospitality access with food, a signed basketball, and the chance to hang courtside during warm-up, all courtesy of Nomi Health, your convenient COVID-19 testing partner. So, get tested and help stop the COVID spread and enter to score a Husker basketball VIP package. Slam dunk, indeed. To enter, visit huskers.com/Nomi, huskers.com/NOMI.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
a game-winning drive when you buy your next vehicle at Sid Dillon Chevrolet. As a Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, we offer commercial vehicles, including medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Whatever vehicle fits your needs, we're here to make the purchase process easy. Visit our Chevy locations in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo. Plus, shop our full inventory at SidDillonChevy.com.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Chevy, find new roads.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska. There really is no place like Nebraska Realty.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's sleigh full of joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
What's better than Huskers basketball? A Husker basketball VIP package. Enter for a chance to win 4 tickets to a game, hospitality access with food, a signed basketball, and the chance to hang courtside during warm-up, all courtesy of Nomi Health, your convenient COVID-19 testing partner. So, get tested and help stop the COVID spread and enter to score a Husker basketball VIP package. Slam dunk, indeed. To enter, visit huskers.com/Nomi, huskers.com/NOMI.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2021 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. It will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It'll get you off the beaten path with 8.7 inches of ground clearance, more than Toyota RAV4 or Honda Passport. It's the best Outback ever. The 2021 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. Comparison based on competitor information from manufacturer websites as of July 2020. Visit Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue or at beardmoresubaru.com.
Hello, I'm Tom Osborne.
And I'm Coach Frost.
Statistics prove that youth who are mentored and receive support and guidance from a caring adult show measurable improvement in academic achievement, motivation to succeed, and hope.
Over the past 30 years, Teammates has served more than 43,000 youth, and right now there are more than 1,000 waiting for a Teammates mentor to visit with them once a week in school.
For more information on how you can help the Teammates Mentoring Program, please go to teammates.org, and thank you for supporting our youth.
Sponsored by Nebraska Crossing Fast Cash app. Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres Equipment, Nebraska's premier John Deere dealer with 27 locations across Nebraska and into Kansas. Acres, solutions for every field. Here with Fred Hoiberg for one more segment, and then we'll hear from Trey McGowens. Well, Coach, did you watch some volleyball over the weekend? How exciting was that?
I did, yeah. It was phenomenal. You know, just I admire John and his approach and how he's done it. He's just unbelievable how he got those girls to come together. You know, it looks like they had a little bit of struggle early in the year, but he got everybody to believe and buy in, and it's very inspiring what those girls did. And we talked to our team about that, and I know everybody watched that finals game, but you know that semifinal against Pittsburgh was unbelievable. Staying up late watching that one, and then you know that national championship game. What a fight! I mean, just a great battle, and you know, give Wisconsin credit. Those girls did an unbelievable job, but you know, it's John and the volleyball team, you know, obviously something to be very proud of, just what they accomplished and, you know, all the excitement that they provided for Husker Nation.
Up next for you and your team, Kennesaw State on Wednesday. It'll be a doubleheader inside PBA with the women's team tipping off at noon. What have you seen out of them and what you guys need to do to kind of come out with a win? Yeah, I've been very impressed with what they've done. They had a absolute heartbreaker the other night. Ended up losing the game by 1, had a 1-point lead, and kid hit a mid-range pull-up shot, and then they went down, drove it to the basket, didn't get the call, and ended up losing that game by 1 point against a very good Samford team. So, you know, it's a team that's played, like I said earlier, Creighton had them down double digits in the second half. It's a team that plays multiple defenses. They're very sound, and they shoot the ball well, and a very good guard play. So, yeah, it's going to be a good test for us here heading into the break. Always a dangerous game when your guys are going to get out of town and be able to get home and spend time with their families. So have to come out and have a great day tomorrow, prep,
get a good shoot around, and go out and play a good game, hopefully to give our guys something to feel good about over the break.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about what the schedule kind of looks like for this team with playing on Wednesday, the 22nd, and then you'll be off until January 2nd when you'll open up Big Ten play. What's this kind of look like, and how nice would it be to go into that break with a win?
Yeah, our guys, they'll get 4 days, so most of them will leave that next morning and get home and, spend some much needed time with family. It's always good to have the break. I remember as a player how important it was to get home, and for me, which was across the street, but still, to spend time with your family and your loved ones over the holiday season. And our guys will report back on the 27th. We'll have an evening practice, get them going again with some shooting and conditioning, and then just start ramping up over the next week to get ready for the Ohio State game. So, again, looking forward for our guys get an opportunity to get home and see their families.
All right, coming up, we're going to hear from Trey McGowens. What's his timetable? He didn't give me specifics on when. You guys hope he'll be back, but man, that's got to be exciting knowing that he'll be back pretty soon and will provide a big lift. Yeah,
and he's continued to do everything in his power to try to inspire our group. He's continued on with his leadership. He has not pouted one time, not had a woe is me attitude towards this, and he just has continued to go out and do everything he can to lead this group from the sideline, which is not easy to do. He got an x-ray on Friday, and everything is healing according to plan. Not ready to put a lot of weight on it, but he is walking now. He did a lot of pool work, did a lot of weightlifting, shooting in a chair, really working on his release point, and looking forward to seeing him get back, just doing some jogging, which I believe will be next week, and then still kind of the same time frame. We don't want to rush him back before it's fully healed, but we're looking sometime middle of January, hopefully, to get him back in uniform. And like I said earlier, it'd be such a welcome addition back to our team to get our best perimeter defender and a guy that's been there, a guy that's been through the battles. He's been through the Big Ten, understands what it's all about, and again, probably as good a leader as we got with our group.
He was saying he's learned a lot. Just sitting out watching from the sideline has really kind of been able to see things in a different perspective. You do. You absolutely see more when you're on the sidelines and you're not able to go out there and play. And, and the big thing now is applying the things that he is seeing to the group once he gets back. But he has. He's talked in a group in our team meetings. He's been very vocal, talked about what we need to do better. And, just can't wait to get him back in a uniform. You heard me ask Trev Alberts, you got your Christmas shopping done? You ready for Christmas? I got my wife. I got her taken care of, so that's the important one. She's the rock. She does everything else for the kids. But, yes, I did get my wife taken care of. She's a December birthday, too, so I got to go twice in December. My mom's a December 24th, so Christmas Eve. Which one of your kids are the toughest to buy for? Oh, our daughter, no doubt about it. Yeah. She's 24. She gets back home tomorrow night. Our son Jack, who's playing at UT Arlington, he gets back 23rd, and then our son Charlie, Sam's twin, Sam's on our team, twin brothers down at TCU, he got back 2 days ago. So it'd be awesome to have the whole group together. You miss those times. Our daughter's in the working world. She works for the Big Ten Network right now, and just can't wait to get them all back together. You got a favorite Christmas movie? It's always a big topic of debate around these times. Yeah, I'm a big Home Alone fan. I love it. Christmas Vacation. The first one, Home Alone 1? 100%. Okay. Yep. Christmas Vacation's a hard one to beat. Elf is one of the all-time greats. I just love this time of year. Christmas carols, Nat King Cole, Christmas song, all-time best. All right, we'd love to hear it. Well, Coach, enjoy it. Enjoy the time with the family, and best of luck on Wednesday. Yeah, thanks, Jessica. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody out there. All right, one more quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Trey McGowens. Keep it here on our Nebraska Men's Basketball Show.
While some seed companies put a greater stake in stock prices and anonymous shareholders, Rob Seco knows that what's important to you hits closer to home. That's why you'll find we're focused on your needs. With a simplicity that makes us easy to do business with, a relationship that makes it easy to connect with anyone in the company, and the technology, traits, and genetics you need from any source. Put your stock in the company that puts you first. Rob Seco.
The holidays come but once every year, and there's one promotion that you'll want to hear. Nebraska Lottery's Sleigh Full of Joy. To the nearest lottery retailer you want to deploy. Enter non-winning holiday scratch tickets, they say. Win thousands of dollars, enough to fill a large sleigh. 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 bucks you could win. Enough to even make the grinchiest Grinch grin.
Promotion ends January 5th. Top prize odds vary by game.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska. There really is no place like Nebraska Realty.
Successful farmers must make good decisions every day. In pivot irrigation, the choice is simple. T&L exclusive hydraulically powered pivot irrigation systems are like no other. You get tough, reliable, and cost-effective irrigation. Let T&L's 60 years of irrigation experience work for you. Call your local T&L dealer or T&L Irrigation Company today. T&L, like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This year, fire off your holiday catering wish list of Famous Dave's. For smaller gatherings, get their legendary pit barbecue and famous sides to go. Fixing for a larger group? There's delivery and setup. Or go all out with full service, where Famous Dave's catering team handles all the details while you savor all the glory. While you're at it, get your mitts on a $10 reward card when you purchase a $50 gift card. Holiday catering and gifting by Famous Dave's. Because when there's smoke and fire, there's joyful and triumph. Located in Lincoln and Bellevue and Famous Dave's.
Welcome to Ag Answers, where we answer common questions related to farming and ranching. Today's topic, animal agriculture. There's been a lot of talk suggesting that giving up meat is good for the environment. However, livestock emissions only account for less than 4% of greenhouse gas emissions, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Also, by reducing meat in your diet, you're missing out on all sorts of beneficial nutrients like protein, iron, and zinc. This message is brought to you by Nebraska's corn and soybean farmers.
Dorothy Lynch home style and light and lean dressing, endless flavor abilities. Well, Trey McGowens hopefully will be returning to the team soon. I got a chance to talk to him earlier and kind of just started off with how hard it was to have that injury against Creighton back in early November.
It was definitely hard, but honestly, I was thinking like worst case scenario. So when I found out my news, I was actually kind of excited because I'll be back. I thought I would miss this season because I was thinking like worst case scenario.
Well, where you at in your rehab process? How's it all going? How you feeling?
I'm in the second part now. I think I'd finished the first 4 weeks, so now I have the last part of it. So we'll really just see how fast it goes and where I'm at week by week.
What have you been doing to kind of, I saw you, I think it was like the day after your surgery, you're on your scooter kind of trying to put up some shots before the game. But where, what are you doing working out wise? How are you kind of trying to, I know you got to take it slow, but what are you kind of doing to kind of stay in as good a shape as you can?
Heavy lifting, pool workouts, Ultra G, really just stuff like that. And then like just getting shots up. I can put my foot down and get shots up now. So it's a whole lot more fun.
Has it been hard to stay patient?
No, not really. Kind of control what I can control. Try to be the best teammate I can be. Kind of be there for the guys. And then while just trying to kill my rehab stuff, it won't really be too much of a transition whenever I get back.
Yeah, what role, you were a leader for this team before you got hurt. You've been trying to maintain being that vocal leader. How important has that been for you to kind of stay locked in and kind of stay around this team and stay involved?
Honestly, I think it'll make me better and the team better, definitely when I get back. Just from being able to analyze everything, the bench, kind of see it, how the coaches see it. When you're out there playing, you can't really see everyone on the court. You probably see like 5-6 people max. So really just being able to see all 10 and then just pay attention to like little things like body language, and just things like that.
I was gonna actually ask you about that because Armand Gates was on our show the other night, and he was talking about how you've kind of become kind of like an assistant coach, if you will, on the sideline. How much has it given you a perspective, kind of seeing things from what they're seeing, and you can kind of see it? You think it'll make you a better basketball player because you can see things from a different perspective?
Yeah, most definitely. Just being on the side, I can kind of see where I might have scoring opportunities, where I might have opportunities to kind of get my teammates involved, and then as well on defense, just where I might be able to get a steal, help my teammate out, stuff like that.
Again, a tough stretch for this team. How do you kind of keep heads up and kind of keep them motivated and kind of be in that responsibility as well to not let this team get down right now?
They're fighting. So that's definitely kind of the bright spot that kind of keeps me going. I see them out there fighting every day. Kind of motivates me in rehab to try to get back out there with them, kind of as fast as I can, or whatnot. But they're battling through adversity. We're all one, so it's a fight that we're fighting together.
What role do you play in that, though, as you can't be out on the court to kind of help them, get through this and being that vocal guy, that guy that they can lean on when you battle through this kind of adversity?
I feel like just being vocal, trying to get everyone to be vocal in their own way. Because, this year is really just my first year really being like a vocal leader. Like all my other years, I just try to lead by example. But just knowing we need vocal leadership. And then this summer, like the coaches, players, it just helped me learn how to be more vocal and learn how to like really use my voice, because it's something that you kind of have to learn. I feel like it's not like already there. It's something you have to learn.
Well, we've seen your brother Bryce already kind of have some really impressive stretches. What's kind of been your take on his kind of go at college basketball, and what are you kind of telling him right now too?
Really just be the best you can be. Kind of the same thing I tell myself: control what I can control. But obviously, just being his brother, just being honest. I feel like honesty is everything. Something that'll help him. With so many people telling him how good he's doing. Just being honest, like the little things I see, just the relationship we have. We want the best for each other, so it makes it a whole lot easier.
Before you had gone out, and then when you did get hurt, the coaches talked about your role and how important that role was, and you were a guy that really embraced kind of being the defensive stopper, being the kind of aggressor. How did you kind of develop into that role and kind of accept that role as much as you have?
Kind of growing up, Bryce was always the offensive player, and then I was always just a defensive player. They kind of learned like ways to score just as I grew older. My mom was a big time defender her college days, so that was kind of something she stressed for me. She was like, just play defense. It was kind of something she told me after every game. She wouldn't really talk about offense too much. She would just talk about defense after. So I feel like it was just instilled in me at an early age.
And what about just kind of embracing that role too? How important is that, being that, you're not always going to score 20 or whatever, but that role that you play is so critical to this team and locking down other teams' best players. How important has that been for you to learn to embrace that role?
I feel like my play style is energy type. So just defensively, whether I get steals, get my teammates involved, get dunks, get out in transition, that really gets me going. And when that's going, my shots are falling as well. And then, this being my last year, just want to win. That's the only priority for me. Win and make the NCAA tournament. That was something I got on my wall in my room. Look at every morning. Just wanting to finally make the NCAA tournament and do something that's really hard to do and win in the Big Ten.
Well, from the beginning of this fall, I saw you guys. You guys were, attending the volleyball matches. You were a big hype man on Twitter, on social media for the volleyball team as well. How cool was it for you guys to watch the volleyball team go on the run that they just went on?
It was definitely fun, especially when they got to play against Pitt. Because actually it was like, because I have a good relationship with some of the girls on the Pitt volleyball team. A lot of them were my friends as well. So I kind of started watching volleyball then, but I mean, just seeing how the state of Nebraska just embraced the volleyball team, and just really just going out there to, and watching all the games, really just learning it. So it was kind of fun learning it as well. And then I mean, when they played Pitt, I had argued with one of my friends like a month ago. I was like, our volleyball team would beat y'all's. And then they ended up beating them, so I caught them and cracked some jokes about it.
It's not just volleyball. You've been at women's basketball games. Of course, you've been at the football games. Why has it been so important to you to support other athletes, other sports programs here at Nebraska?
I mean, I feel like everyone here kind of supports each other. So, yeah, just being supportive. I mean, I like sports. I grew up in a sports household. My mom actually coached volleyball. My little sister played it a little bit. I mean, but my little sister plays basketball. My mom coaches basketball, coaches her right now. So, I mean, like I said, just growing up down south, like sports were really like something that everyone played at some age. So, I mean, yeah, just grew up in a sports household.
You're a defensive specialist. How about Lexi Rodriguez and what she does as a defender?
I know. When I got to sit like kind of courtside, like usually on TV you don't see how fast the ball's going, but like when you see like sit courtside, it's just crazy to see how fast their reaction times are. And I don't know, volleyball. What she did this year is great, especially as a freshman. So, I mean, she's gonna make a big time impact at her years in Nebraska for sure.
Last thing I got for you, Trey, just how much do you still believe in this team, and what would be your message to Husker Nation as they, continue to kind of come out to games and support you guys?
I mean, just seeing this team, just fight, and then just seeing whenever, like, I feel like I'm just the missing piece out there to kind of finish it off because they're competing, and they're fighting through adversity. So I feel like whenever I get out there, and then it was just, I feel like when I'm out there, kind of everyone's kind of more comfortable, I would say, because they can just be themselves, I feel, because I feel like I take a lot of stress off a lot of people and just instill that confidence in them that sometimes if you're off the court and try to give to them, I feel like sometimes it's not the same because you're not out there battling the fight with them. So, I mean, and then just the Husker fans, I can't wait to get out there. And, I mean, this team's fighting, so I can't wait to get out there and help this team get turned around.
Thanks so much to Trey McGowens for spending some time with us. Will certainly be great to see him back out on the basketball court. Help stop the spread of COVID and score a Husker basketball VIP package. Win a Huskers basketball VIP experience, including tickets, a signed basketball, and exclusive game day access. Courtesy of Nomi Health, your convenient COVID-19 testing partner. Visit huskers.com/Nomi. And now let's take a look at what's on tap, presented by Bud Light. Of course, we've talked a lot about Kennesaw State, 6:30 inside PBA, a doubleheader, as women's basketball will also be playing that day against Wyoming at noon. And then men's basketball back to action on January 2nd at 7 o'clock against Ohio State. Women's basketball on the road at Michigan State, December 30th. All right, that's all. We'll see you tomorrow.
With your Husker thoughts.
Woohoo! Business Technology 1, network downtime 0. Being a game-winning IT network takes hard work and an experienced technology coach. That's why our game plan includes Marco. Marco helps our entire business infrastructure perform better and score big day in and day out. With Marco's veteran experience guiding our team, every season is a winning season. Find out what your technology could be saying at marconet.com.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Row townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red. Lutz is an integrated business solutions firm born and raised in Nebraska with offices in Omaha, Lincoln, Hastings, and Grand Island. Lutz provides expert accounting, consulting, financial, technology, M&A, and talent solutions tailored to you. Lutz embraces your business as their own to discover the right solutions to help you thrive. They mind what matters for businesses or individuals seeking a partner to help energize and heighten financial and organizational success. Visit lutz.us/GBR.
Much like the values of the people of Nebraska, Nebraska Realty was built on the principles of hard work, dedication, and doing things the right way. They believe strongly in the power of creating lasting relationships and the value those relationships hold. Their success is based on trust and the relationships created with the people and communities they serve across the state of Nebraska.